When Redstone Federal Credit Union began in 1951 with just 11 members, its mission has been simple: support its members and strengthen the communities it serves. Today, with Redstone members across North Alabama and Southern Tennessee, that commitment is as strong as ever. From scholarships for graduating seniors to financial education through school-based branches to programs that help families rebuild credit and grow financial confidence, Redstone continues to invest in the people who call this region home. Join Redstone Federal Credit Union as it proudly celebrates 75 years of service to its members and its community. Welcome back to the Madison Means Business podcast. I'm Michelle Epling, president of the Madison Chamber, and today is a special day on the Madison Means Business podcast. I am here with my dear friend, Vicki Morris, to talk to us today about all things entrepreneurial spirit. I can't wait to hear her story and all that she has to say. Welcome, Vicki, to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. We get to be all professional and keep it friendly and all at the same time.
I know. Every time I see Vicki Morris, people don't know this. She was the first print ad I sold during COVID. So when the world shut down, I was doing ad sales for Todd and Carolyn Stevenson.
Yes.
And I sold a print ad to Vicki, sight unseen.
Yes.
Never met you in person. We're standing in my kitchen being like, oh, wow, I still can sell.
Yes.
Even during COVID, I still got the skills. I had not lost them in those 3 months.
Yes.
So I appreciate all that you do for media all across North Alabama and just helping, train and mentor and coach those up and coming businesses. So, Vicki, before we dive into all the wisdom that is Vicki Morris that I hope we can contain into under 30 minutes, tell me a little bit about yourself, your business, and kind of what inspired you to start the journey that has led you to where you are today.
Okay. Well, I moved here from Atlanta, got married and moved here. And I've lived in and around the city of Madison for about 30 years, in the city for the last 20 years.
And we appreciate that for the sales tax. Thank you.
Yes. Love Madison.
We love Madison.
Yes.
Yes, Madison.
It is such a cool place, and we could spend the whole podcast talking about how cool Madison
We
is.
love Madison.
But we'll save that for another time. So about me, I'm married. I've been married for 30 years. I have 2 adult sons, Joseph and Michael. Michael is 26, 27. Joseph is 29.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've just been loving life in the city of Madison and being involved. So that's kind of a little bit about who I am, what I do. I used to be a systems engineer when I was in Atlanta.
You're a systems engineer.
Yes, I was an engineer, and when I got married, I left that job and came to Huntsville, and believe it or not, I couldn't find a job. Yes, I had an engineering background, no engineering degree.
Oh, that makes a difference in this
Yes,
town.
it did. Yes,
sure
it did.
does.
Yeah. But I got it through networking, and that is at the center of everything that I've done,
Yes.
and even my relationship with the Madison Chamber, which we'll get into that too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me, for people that know anything about your business, kind of what products or services you offer and what makes you unique from the other companies in our area that might offer similar products and services that you do.
Yes. So Renee Consulting is consulting, and we do strategy work for businesses. So if you know your ideal customer, you also need to know their pain points and the solutions that you offer and the outcomes that you can help them deliver to their clients. That's what we focus on that strategy piece. Once we have the strategy, now we can build the website, the social media, the talking points when they do interviews, and all the other things that go along with that. So we have a strategy based on your goals, based on your target audience, and that makes a complete package. We don't focus on ads and all of that. We focus on the organic so that when the customer is ready to buy ads, we can hand it off to one of our complementary businesses that are, collaborative businesses that specialize in that. And so that's one of the ways that we're really different. And, easy way to say all that, we help tell the story.
And that is so important.
Mm-hmm.
You have to tell your story.
Yes.
And I think you are I've seen you help coach with launch all those businesses trying to pitch for the money.
Yes.
And I think you're so deep in your business
Mhm.
that you're like, well, everyone should know that I do this, right? Like, why do I have to tell the story? I mean,
Yeah.
I have clients. I'm good.
Yeah.
Why do we need to tell a story, Vicky? You want to tell me why we need to tell a story, and
Yes.
you want to just like pound that into me
Yes,
for
because everybody loves a good
they
story. 8
do.
to 80. Everybody loves a good story. And a personification of that. I have this networking group called Rise,
Yes.
and we were
I've
meeting
been
at
advised
yes,
before.
yeah,
Yes.
yes. So we were meeting at Hudson Alpha, and they loved having us there. And my handler at the time said, "What can we do for you, Vicky? This sounds like it's such a great event." So I was like, "Okay, shoot your shot, little girl, shoot your shot." So I
Yeah.
was like, I would
You get one
love,
shot.
yes, I would love to have Jim Hudson come and speak to our networking group. And he was like, okay, I think I can make that happen. I was like, okay. I shot my shot. It worked. He came. He was the ultimate storyteller. He was like the favorite uncle at the barbecue that everybody's
just
gathering around.
Yes.
And he drew everybody in. There were probably 80 people in that room. He talked, the presentation is only designed to be, at the time, 10 minutes.
I remember.
He
Yeah.
talked for 45 minutes.
And you let him talk.
Yes. And nobody left. Everybody was hanging on his every word. And I was like, that is the power of storytelling. This man is massively intelligent
Yes.
and has all kinds of things. He's got interest all over the city. But he was that favorite uncle at the barbecue that nobody wanted to leave. So it's like, that is the personification of storytelling.
Absolutely. Tell me one of the biggest challenges you faced as a business owner because you owned a business during COVID. I sold you a print ad during COVID.
Yes.
I mean, talk about
Yes.
age me, but
Yes.
well before Chamber Days. So tell me some of the challenges you faced, how you've overcome them, and kind of what did you learn from them? And you wish other entrepreneurs like, man, I wish I could just teach you this, but sometimes you just got to learn it the hard way, you know?
Yes. So, one of the things that I have discovered when people are building their business, marketing is the last thing they think about. And it is usually the first thing that they cut.
Yes.
So, what I have learned, I switched the word communication.
Yes. Did you hear that?
Switched
So
that.
instead of saying I'm cutting the marketing budget,
Yes.
say I need to increase my communication with my
Yes, with my marketing. Yes.
yes.
Yes. And so, what we do, we help people communicate internally and externally. If your internal staff does not understand the message, what is the goal? Who are the clients? What are the ideal client? What are their pain points? What are the solutions that we offer? If everybody's saying different things, then of course everybody's going to be confused when people are telling you
Yeah.
that. And when you are out talking about your business, you need to have one singular message
Yeah.
that people can see themselves as the hero of the story you're telling. But you're talking about a problem, the outcome, and the little bit you did in between. Those are things that I wish people understood better
Yes.
about marketing.
Well, and just think of your favorite influencers, right?
Yeah.
They come on and they don't say, buy my shirt. They're like, good
No.
morning, everybody. I just
Yes.
curled my hair today. And
Yes.
it is raining outside. And then the next story you read is like, oh, I got a lot of questions about my shirt and direct messages. You can buy it at this link, you know?
Absolutely.
But they're not
Absolutely.
telling
Right.
by the shirt I'm wearing. They're telling about their day, what they ate for breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
what, what their kids did that morning.
Yes.
Gotta tell the story.
Yes.
Now, I think some businesses have a hard time like telling that story
Mm-hmm.
in an interesting way because
Mhm.
to them, they already have customers.
Right.
Why do you need to tell a story if you're already a successful business? What would you say to that, Vicki?
Well, people need to see themselves in the story that you are showing them. So if you have helped a client and you tell someone else the story of how you've done that, you always need to have a pipeline of new people coming
Yes.
in. So as the business owner, I am the top of the funnel. I am the funnel feeder. I need to bring people into the funnel so that my team has work to do.
Yes.
People are going to age out. They're going to say, all right, we've got it, or we're going to hire somebody full time on our staff to do the marketing work. Great setup for us, Vicki. We really appreciate that.
Yes.
So
you
then
laid
that-
the foundation for us. Right now, made enough money.
Yes.
You
and
worked
that's
you
a
out of a
good
job,
thing.
and that is such a great testimony to
Yes.
you and the work
Absolutely.
you've done.
It
Yeah.
makes my heart smile. every time that
I still
happens.
got payroll to run.
Right.
Right, yes.
So I need to have somebody in the pipeline. So that's why we have email marketing. That's why I'm all over the city doing all kinds of networking so that people can say, oh, wow, I kind of need that. What you
Yes.
just said, that thing right there, I need that. Can we talk about that?
Yes, and we're so grateful
Yes.
for all that you pour back in the community. You know, Vicki serves on the Inspire committee for the Madison Chamber, and that committee is the one that named the Madison Means Business podcast because of ideas
Yes.
that her and other chamber members sat around the room and we said, we need a name for this podcast. And, you know, that was wonderful taking time out of your workday to pour back into an organization like the Madison Chamber.
Mhm.
Tell me, you know, you're so good at telling stories. Tell me, you know, when you think of the Madison Chamber,
Mhm.
because you've been there from the beginning in the little white house when I asked you
Yeah.
to please consider renewing, and I told
Yes.
you, give me 2 months, and if you don't
Yes.
see the value as the new chamber president, did I
Mhm.
not say that in the lobby
Yes.
of our 900 square foot house? I will refund your chamber
You
membership.
absolutely did.
5 years ago.
Yes.
Tell me,
Wow.
that was 5 years in November. Sure was.
Wow. Yes.
And you said, "Okay, I'm holding you to it, Michelle. I will
Yeah.
call you in 2 months." Tell me how you would tell the Madison Chamber story, because I would love to hear that from, like, when
Yes.
you think of the Madison Chamber, what comes to
So
mind?
when I was trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, I was a stay-at-home mom. I had a job as a clerical assistant for a medical equipment company. And that didn't pan out. I was doing the job so well that they needed me to slow down so that I could be fit into the mold they wanted. I had other things to do with my time, so it just didn't work out. And I had to find something else. And so when I started searching for whatever something else was, the Madison Chamber came up. So it's like, okay, I knew join a chamber of commerce,
Yes.
be a part of a chamber of commerce. And I also knew I can be a big fish in a small pond. I know how to network. And so I need to get into this Madison Chamber and figure out the lay of the land and do the things.
Yeah.
And because it was a smaller chamber of more engaged people and more focused on actual small business entrepreneurship, it was easy to get engaged. So I met with the current president at the time. I got
It's well
involved.
before me, guys. Yeah, this is
Ooh, this was probably 2013.
yeah.
Yeah, this was a long
Long time
time.
ago.
And so I got involved, and then I was introduced to another company that needed a business development person. It was Rocket City HR.
Mhm.
Met with Samantha. I joined her team. I soon joined Madison Ambassadors, the Madison Chamber Ambassadors.
We're gonna put you on a commercial. Be an ambassador. Did you hear that from Vicki Morris? Be an ambassador.
It helps the chamber, but it much more helps
It
you
does.
because what I would do, I know how to set a picture. So I would make sure that the color distribution of people's outfits was equal and there was good contrast and the height distribution was set. And I made sure I had a spot next to somebody holding the edge of the ribbon or the mayor or the chamber president. So when the newspaper and the news media came and took pictures, I'm in the picture.
Yes.
People thought I worked for the chamber. People thought I was so much more important than
Yes.
I actually was, but that gave me credibility. I met people, I made
Yes.
connections, I followed up. I got to know the chamber. The chamber depended on me. It's like, oh, Vicki, can you set the picture? Of course I can.
Of course I can.
So
And we still have ambassadors today that set the picture, and I am
Yes.
so grateful for that.
Yes, and it's
Yes.
not taking advantage of
It's
the
not.
opportunity. That's what you're supposed to do. And
Yes.
so I figured that out early and I made friends, I made connections, and that is what has propelled my business forward. When County Line Road 565 interchange opened up, the governor was here. Ambassadors got to meet the governor.
Yeah.
Guess who got a picture shaking hands with the governor on the paper? This girl. Because
The
I was there.
opportunities you get as an ambassador, as I like to say,
Yes.
sometime boggle your mind. I have stood at the intersection at Town Madison on the interstate to cut that ribbon on a road. We have also eaten the largest burger, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, made a burger literally this big.
Yes.
And me and Chairman McCutcheon and Joey Cece had to take a bite at the same time, and the ambassadors were laughing so hard at that picture. But
Oh my
we
God.
have the best time.
Yes.
You know, ambassadors have the best time. And I thank
Absolutely.
you for spotlighting that. Our ambassador applications actually open October 1st for the
Yes.
Madison Chamber. And so please
Join.
join.
Get to be a part of that. Even if there's a cost associated with it, the networking alone is so great.
Yes.
And the things that you learn and the people that y'all bring
And
in.
you're on the website.
Yes.
We list your business company name on the website with the headshot.
Yes, and y'all do so much more than the chamber was doing when I was an ambassador.
Yes.
So it's so easy to get really tied in with
Absolutely.
the city when you're an ambassador for the Madison name.
Absolutely. Tell me some trends. So I know you are always sharing things and you are the top. You just told me whatever you just said. And I was like, you need to explain that to a fifth grader because I don't understand what you just said. But
Yes.
what trends are you seeing in your industry when talking communications, when talking strategy, and everything? Tell me a little bit about that.
So one of the things that I am focused on is finding the outliers. I talk about the 5 uniques. If you've heard me do a presentation or done any coaching with me, I'm going to ask you, what are your 5 uniques? What are those things? What are those things that make you stand out? And that's one of the questions you asked me from the onset.
Yes.
So focusing on 5 little things, but those 5 little things they constitute your entire marketing strategy. So that is one of the things that I focus on in my business. It keeps it simple for my client to engage with, and it gives me and my team a great uh, footprint to build upon. Another trend that we focus on a lot is innovation. AI is here. Take advantage of it.
So,
One of-
okay, so that's easy to say, Vicki. And I'm just
Yes.
going to stop you right there.
Yes.
Take advantage of AI.
Yes.
I mean, I have Chat GPT on my phone.
Mhm.
All right. I will throw an email through Chat GPT.
Right.
Make me sound collaborative. Make
Yes.
this not so direct.
Yes.
Make me sound friendly. But what are people underutilizing in AI? And then at the same time, I think where I get frustrated with AI is everyone's graphics look exactly the same now.
Right.
Every marketing flyer, if I see that bubble letter one more time, if I see
Yes.
that bubble font one more time,
Yes.
I'm like, that is not
Yes.
marketing.
This is a basic principle. You always need to ask more questions. Go about 5 levels deeper. Everybody's
levels.
right here at the surface on AI, and that's okay to
Okay.
get started, but ask it to tell you how to prompt it correctly. There are things called skills. Have a folder of skills, and that's a deep dive that is going to tell AI how to craft your messaging, your things that you're developing. I spend every Friday afternoon about 2 hours learning more about AI.
Oh, did you hear that? Every
huge.
Friday afternoon,
Yes.
2 hours learning more
Yes.
about AI.
Yes, and it has changed more in the last 2 months than it has in the last 2 years.
Did you hear that? AI has changed more in the last 2 months than the
Yes.
last 2 years.
Yes, and you have
So
to
how do you
be.
stay on top of that as a business? I mean, to me, this is so overwhelming. Like, so I want to
Yeah.
break this down to that small business owner that is worried about hitting payroll. A customer is walking in the door. Where do they get? What website do they even go to start learning? And what
Yes.
should they learn? Like, what is the best use of a business owner? Because it's one thing to work and no offense, to work out on the arsenal and buy an
Right.
AI chicken and, streamline the logistics for
Right.
300 widgets or whatever.
Right.
But we're talking about, boots on the ground, these wonderful retail and restaurant owners that are worried about buying oranges and
Mhm.
raw chicken for their dishes.
Yes.
Where do they need to go to spend those
So
2 hours on AI, learning AI?
the way I will tell you this, you can, if you've got a sore throat and it has been chronic and it's been plaguing you, you can go to a doc in a box that doesn't know your history, doesn't know anything about you, and say, okay, let me look at you 2 seconds and go get this. Or you can take the time to go to your physician who has a relationship with you. They've studied, they know more about your family history, they know more things. They give you a more precise solution to your problem. Find a specialist. So there is no shortcut.
Okay. Man,
You
Vicky,
have to study
okay.
and find a professional that studies this. I love systems.
Yes.
And I may not be for everybody, and I'm okay with it.
That's right. But you're for a lot of people, and we all love you.
Yes.
So,
And so find someone who can help you articulate what you need to do. So you can spend 4 hours trying to figure it out, or you can pay my company or a company like mine, whatever that fee is, and we can spend 20 minutes and get you the same result. You can spend the rest of that time going out and making money with other customers and new
making the
clients.
sale.
Yes. So that's a better use of your time. Instead of trying to learn everything and do everything, do what you do best and delegate the rest.
Do what you do best and delegate the rest. I love that.
Yes.
Do what you do best and delegate the rest.
Yes.
What are some things you delegate, Vicki?
Um, accounting is one of
Yes. Who doesn't want to delegate accounting?
Yes,
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 100%.
that
Always
was
delegate the accounting.
yes.
Yes.
And when I started my business, I hired an actual attorney to walk me
Yes.
through the steps, so I got it done correctly. So yes, you can do rocket lawyer and all of those kind of things, but it's much better to get a specialist. So accounting and legal, those are two things that I absolutely outsource. I have
Absolutely.
teams of people working with me. I don't do ads on social media. I have ads, but I don't create them. I hire somebody else to do that. My zone of genius is the organic growth. So I will hire somebody else to do those things. Even as a marketer, I will hire another marketer.
I love that. What are you most excited about for the future of your business, and how can the community support you?
Yes, so I am very excited about a platform that I have called the Multiplier Circle.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so many businesses want to know how to do their marketing. They want to do it themselves, but they just need a little guidance. Can you tell me a little bit? Or let me pick your brain, Vicki. Come join the Multiplier Circle. I have a marketing mastermind every month where we grow together. Some of the guests that have been on this show are a part of the Multiplier Circle.
Yes.
Yes, and so you have access to all of my seminars, all the downloads, and most importantly, you have access to me and I have access to your business. So when it's, hey, Vicki, can I pick your brain? I know so much more about your
Yes.
business and I can give you precise guidance on what you're doing. And it's virtual. So I do it digitally. It's all online on Zoom. There's an app, there's a desktop version of it. So I can serve clients all over the country and even clients that are in the city of Madison. Maybe you're on travel and you need to touch in with me, touch bases with me about something about your communication strategy, your website or whatnot. You have access to me, unfettered access to me other than, when I do free coaching for other organizations. This is, paid Vicki is so much better than free Vicki.
Yes, yes. You gotta kind of go a little bit that back.
Yes, so the Multiplier Circle, and you can find that on our website, Renee Consulting/Multiplier Circle, or just go to the website and you'll see the page for the Multiplier Circle.
I love that. I love that. Well, Vicki, is there anything I haven't asked you or any story you wanted to tell that we haven't talked about yet on the podcast?
I don't think so. I think we've covered a whole lot.
You have, absolutely. Well, everybody, Vicki Morris, you can be found on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Do you want to give everybody your handle for that?
Yes. So Instagram is Vicki W. Morris at
Okay.
Vicki W. Morris. LinkedIn, it's Vicki Morris. And of course, you can find V Renee Consulting on LinkedIn and on Facebook. And just be on the lookout. I've got some reels that are going to be dropping, and I'm going to be dropping some insights. I've got one coming up on diversity, and it's not what you think.
I love that. I love
So
that.
stay tuned for that.
Okay. We always like to end the podcast with the same question, and it's not on this, so it's
Okay.
a little curveball. What's your favorite restaurant in the city limits of Madison?
Oh, is it Old Black Bear?
Old Black Bear.
Yes, yes. I love that restaurant. I've been there a couple of times for a couple of events, and just the ambiance and atmosphere is just awesome.
Love Old Black Bear. They have, I hear, the best steak in Madison on Monday nights.
Oh, wow. I have to
mean,
check that
I
out.
check that out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, Vicki Morris, honored to have you as not only a friend and a mentor, and as a very hardworking Madison Chamber committee member and past Ambassador of the Year. It is an honor to have you on the Madison Means Business podcast. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and all the platforms. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode. And until then, don't forget that Madison means business. And we can't wait to see what you do in your business to celebrate, inspire, and connect Madison each and every day. Thank you so much.